Yeah, and welcome everybody to our continuation for the 1 mil Hope. We're pretty low down there, yeah, 40k ish. So I need to make up some more zoning. So let's do that right now. So let's open these couple of squares up here. We've got quite a, just over 8 million. So let's let's do some road building. So I want to start up here, so let's do that. Right, that looks all right. Quite happy with that. So let's do some zoning, probably some row housing here, I think. And then we'll do some row housing over here too. Just leave the end ones until the others have populated, and then I can fill them in. Ooh. Another signature building there. Right, oh, that is filled out a bit, so should start to fill up with a bit more peeps. So just let's fill in the gaps. I mean, we got to think we're looking for 1 million people here, so it's going to be pretty tight. I've got a big map though. I think I should be able to do it, but I would like to see 100k. And I don't want it just to be a normal grid, but grids are easier, especially for getting all those peeps in. However, sort of need to sort of like keep it as a grid to maximize, but not have it, you know, just a standard grid and boring. Have a bit of swap and change in it. This is why I'm doing the different angles. I'll just fix this one here. So I should fix the zoning on this bit if I redraw it. There we go. Right, we can fill that in, not with industrial, is not what we want. So let's use this, I think. And then we just use our bulldozer just to chip out those which are leaving gaps, so we can literally fill it all in. So that one's a bit dodgy there. There you go, perfect. Yep, it's all looking good. Some more squeezed in here and there. Let's have a look what's down here. I've got my university in and my start of my thing here. I still think I actually got a little demand for some industry, so let's put that in as well. Nice one. So we're getting slowly but surely building up. I think put some more here. And we got to start thinking about putting some, because traffic's going to get a problem. And I haven't put any sort of public transport in. So I need to start thinking about that, I think. So let's see if we can just... What if I put a little bit more? Perfect. Yeah, that should look all right. Bit of commercial in there as well. School's looking pretty tight. So we got a bit of a dodginess here, so that's because I've just built. But I think a roundabout here might help, so let's bang in a roundabout. Okay, start to think about putting a railway in, I think. Now, railway, we need to get a rail yard in here somewhere. So I've opened up this section for the rail. So I'm thinking we'd also put in some sort of thingy here too, some cargo. And we'll save a bit of money on import and export that way as well. So although money is not a problem, especially because we're playing on easy mode, I will do a hard mode. I might even try a vanilla only mode, which will be a challenge to be fair, to make a pretty city, but we can have a crack at it. So need to think about rail. So let's see if I can put in, let's put in, we can use this as an angle. Let's get the thing right. So it doesn't need to be bent on these. Sometimes bend works, but sometimes just going straight actually looks better, and that's not too bad. It's not too shabby. So I want to head over to there because that's where my train station is going to go. So let's see if we can sort of plop this in. We need to get it down to the ground. What are we on incline? So 1.5 should be all right, I think. 1.2, even better. Now, if I do it about there, it's a straight shot then to where I'm thinking of putting the station. So what I need now is to work out where do I put my rail yard, because you can't do anything with trains until you put a rail yard in. Same as subway, you need a subway yard as well once you want to deploy that. So let's have a look to see how big it is and where do we want it. I like it out the way, but not too far out the way, because I don't want to be opening up too many tiles if I don't need them. So this is the better area. This is all the industrial, so it makes sense having a rail yard out here. Probably going to have to open up these. See this tile here. I could put it in there. Get a road right up to the edge of it, potentially. But I need to open up some more. Let's see. We'll open up these two here and this here. Yeah, it was still just under 10 mil, so we got plenty of cash. That seems a big enough area, so I just need to put it somewhere in this area, I think. And then match up a road to it and put it in a decent orientation, I think, so I can get my rail connected. So let's have a look. So that's where the road needs to go, where the actual maintenance yard is. So something like that, I'm thinking. Something in the middle-ish here. Perhaps if I angle it a little bit. So if I angle it sort of like just off the line there, that should do it, I think. Then it should give us a straight shot that way. And then we should be able to join that rail there. Okay, let's join it all up and see what it looks like. Yep, that's all in nicely, nice and connected. So let's get a couple of stations attached to it, I think. So we'll do a station here. So I was just thinking just there, which will get us into the entrance of our sort of for passengers anyway, for our industrial area as well as this side of town. So it's, what do I put in? Let's have a look. So yeah, I think that's the best area for it. So I don't want a central station. A local train station should do it, I think. Butt it right up to that there. That's not too bad. So it just needs to connect to that rail there. So I could just go straight on and change that, but let's see what it looks like with a bit of a bend on it, a bit of interest. In there, and then should I bring that back? No, let's not do that. Let's just connect it up and see what it looks like. So back it up a little bit to get that connection. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Okay. So we're all connected to that station. I could do with, if I can connect up, I think the rail going in the other direction as well. So that might be worthwhile doing. So let's raise it up a little bit, because we're going to be joining the rail at height. So we'll start to raise it up from here. And this gives us a connection to the other side of the map. Let's just spin it around a little bit. And let the dog see the rapid. Excellent. 180. And just bend it in a little bit. Yep, that looks good. Excellent. All right, so we've got a station at the other side, so it would be good to put a station on this side, which is going to be for the uni, for the business parks, and we will have another station for downtown as well. So let's draw this out a little bit. Okay, let's put the station in now. So, right, what do I want? I want my transport, and what station should I go for this time? Medium. Try the medium. So don't want it on the main line. I want it just coming off the main line. So somewhere pretty close to it and about level should do it, I think. Will do. Obviously, it's got problems right now because we haven't connected a road to it. What upgrades have we got? So we can have a small shop. We can have ticket machines. Okay. Well, let's do them that. Let's do ticket machines and a small shop. Okay, let's connect her up to the main line. So we'll give it a little bit short, straight one, and short, straight one on this side. Right, now we can bend her in, join the main line. Excellent. It's a 180. Just a little, looks all right. Just a little twist in there. And then same for this side. So let's bring it in to slight turning and then get it to 180. Bend it in. Excellent. Job's a good one. Right, let's get a road on it and then that'll give it the services and the employees it needs. And then we need to think about putting a cargo station in, to be fair. So I think if we go in that direction... Oh, there's a bit of a dodgy curve there. Let's see if that will make it a bit better. Oh, let's draw it in. Okay, let's do it on the line. As soon as you see the line, there it is. Perfect. Right, that should do. We'll fill that in a bit later. So what we can do is we can create our first train service. So we'll just click on this one here for this platform. And let's head over to our one on this side of town. And then we can, you know, get people, perhaps, potentially, see how busy it is. It's probably not going to be that busy initially. But at least we've got a train going. Perfect. Right, now we need to put in what we want as some sort of maintenance. Not maintenance, sorry. So we can up these maintenance halls with some extra tracks, which we might need to do later, depending on how we go. But we need to get a cargo station in, so it's got to be in this area. How are we doing on upgrades here? So we can actually use that platform roof. Oh, it might be nice. Yeah, why not? Extra platforms don't need. Oh, an underground subway. We will be putting some of them in. But we don't need it yet. And I'm just going to leave it as an end station, so they will just roll in and roll straight out. Excellent. And my post, outside my post sorting facility. So why don't we add a little bit of parking while we're here, so we can go for the big lot? Or perhaps a couple of mediums? No, let's go for the big one. Why not? Okay, so let's think about how we're going to do this. Just open that side up. I'll need to bring a road for a start. So I think if I do this at an angle roughly about here, wasn't quite straight. There we go. Now if I look all right if I just bring it straight down. It might tinker this roundabout a little bit, but let's see how it goes. Don't think I'll keep that roundabout anyway. So need to think about where to put our cargo station. So we need a cargo station for obvious reasons. We need cargo coming in and out. It saves us a lot of money on import and exports. So there's the cargo terminal. So this is a one-way in, one-way out. So let's see, if I go on this side, it's actually facing the wrong way then. So let me put a road in on this side here. Need the four-way, not the two-way. And for some reason I'm down in the gutter. Right, let's bring this up to match. Perfect. All right, I think that should go all right there. Right, I just need to connect this yard up. So I need train tracks, not roads. So let's put some tracks down. It's a single track for the rail yard, for the cargo yard. So let's do it straight up like that, and then let's do a bend in roughly here. Don't think the curve matters too much, to be honest, since we're just coming out of the rail yard anyway. It's not like we'll be bombing out. So just need to go join this track here. But I also need to get into the rail yard, so let's see if I can do it this way. So that should give me access across all the rails, I think. So that's there, and that's there. Perfect. Yeah. Looks messy, but hey, I used to work on network rail, so I've seen worse in real life. Ba-bum, ba-bum. So what we could do now is choosing that as the, now we need to go, we'll use this as the exit and then bring it back to our rail yard to complete the route. And that's it, we've got a cargo route. Nice one. Should we add a storage warehouse on it? Let's get rid of this. Don't need that now. So we can add a storage unit there. We could put an extra track on, but I don't need that right now. We might just end up putting another, you know, another rail yard somewhere. So let's see how that works. We've got a train coming in already. I think if I go out here now, so we can sort of give the traffic a bit of help, because it'll be a lot busier now we've got that rail yard in, so we'll have a lot of wagons coming from our industry here straight out to the rail yard. Not the rail yard, sorry, the cargo yard. All right, excellent. Get rid of that. We'll just have it like that. Perfect. So we've got, I think what I'll do, I'll just give a little turnaround at the end here. Actually, I might give it a roundabout, because we've got some wagons, haven't we? So, yeah. Yeah, the roundabout looks better there. The good thing about these rail yards, they have multiple entrances and exits. So, yeah, see, they're all coming out all sides there. Perfect. Being utilised. And we've got another train coming in. So, let's see what else we can add in. Should we build out a little bit of the structure? And then we can potentially tie in our actual rail yard. So we got this coming out here. Let's do that. So we keep the roundabout in, just so it's a turnaround as well. So let's get rid of that, and then it keeps everybody going to the rail yard first, so it brings a bit more traffic into the top end, rather that junction get a bit overburdened. Yes, quite busy already, isn't it? Should think about actually putting another rail in, actually, so it can open up the other side as well. So we've got the rail coming out here, going into through the rail yard to that direction. So we could potentially oh, that's a bit dodgy. Don't like that at all. So let's kill that. Go back to, I keep forgetting where this blooming thing is. All right, let's see if we can hit the 180 and just bend it in a bit better. Perfect. Ooh, just in time. Look at that. Oh, we got a lot of things on there. So we delivering? Looks like it. Yep, we delivered. Nice one. Oh, we're sitting at 13 million now, so that is going to help us, because that is going to take a lot of the cost from our importing and exporting side. So let's bang another storage unit. Yeah, I think that's all right. Perfect. So we got some trains in now. We got some cargo in. What we need now is to think about growing us again, and it looks like the traffic is all right around this. It's not really screwed it up or anything. Seems to be doing okay, to be fair. I mean, obviously we're on easy mode, so money isn't really an issue at this point. I can put the vehicles up because we are having a few in, so perfect. Right. So this is our station on the other side of town. So let's bang a car park here as well. It gives them something to, to park up. And I think we should connect this road up as well. So let's pick a road. So we'll stick with a 2-lane. So if I go, keep it straight to 90 degrees. Perfect. Right, let's extend this 4-lane road to that. Now, what we could do is just get a bit of a path round here, I think. And what we'll need to do is just go over so we get a crossing either side. And our Sims can park up and safely cross the road. Perfect. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely all working. So we need to now think about our infrastructure. I want to bring in this motorway here. Is it north to south? So let's bring it up to the creek here. So let's buy those. Let's buy those tiles. So what I'm thinking here now is that we need to connect this side to this side. So what I'm thinking is that we run straight through our town here with a bypass. Not sure exactly how far to cut through. Don't we want to affect the residential? But I think we'll get rid of this here. So if we do the same, if I can open up this one as well a little bit. So we purchased those. And then what I can do is we'll keep it raised. So what I'm going to do, I want to also swap this out to a dual. So our traffic is off right now. So we need to come out and get across to here. So what I'm thinking is that we'll remove everything from here and we'll just carry it on the bridge and not come down. So we'll get anything where it starts in a slope and we'll take it all the way out to here. So effectively we're going to get rid of this. So that's going to create us problems that I think by connecting this is going to open up a floodgate. Right, so we just need to do what we did before, really. So yeah, don't want to use that. I want to use the dual one way. So what we'll do the parallel mode. And yeah, we just have to take snapping off, otherwise it just snaps us to that. So we need to take off that snap to roads or snap to existing. Okay, let's build this motorway. not looking too bad. Quite like that, to be fair. So I just need to add some connections now. So let's have a look. I want to build one out here as well, which gives us access to our industrial area as well as the top end of the city here. So this is going to be a really bespoke. I know we've done a lot of bespoke, non-standard service interchanges. So let's do another one, eh? Yeah, let's play this by ear. Do you know, I quite like that. I know it's got a bit of a roundabout in the middle of nowhere, high up, but I think it looks all right. Doesn't encroach too much on the rail. It looks quite all right, that. I think that'll be quite a useful junction, we'll say. So, yeah, definitely. That will do us. So we just got this bit to sort out. So I need to get the connection between both highways. Now they're not quite aligned, as in not perpendicular to each other exactly. So I'll probably look for something like a cloverleaf-ish type of junction interchange. This will just be to connect both highways together. So I think this is going to be an interesting one. It's not going to look too pretty, but I might change it later on for one of the already built ones. But let's see how we get on. Yeah, looking at it, it sort of looks a bit odd, but it doesn't look too bad actually. You know, but they're never as good as the the inbuilt ones you can get, the interchanges inbuilt once you unlock them. But for now, this will do, I think. I just need to get rid of these two here and connect them properly with my single lane highway. Should be all right there. And just connect it onto that one there. Okay, let's do this one before we swap everything around. Let's just do this side first. So about there. And same for this one. Okay, pretty close. Get it locked in. And about there-ish. There. Right. Let's do the turnarounds and do the lane math. So that way and that way. And then we just need to do a bit of lane math to drop some of these down. Does it look all right, that? I don't think it looks too bad at all, actually, to be fair. So let's do the lane math. We just need these to be 2-lane, not the 3-lane inside. So like that one's not working. So let's put Anarchy on for some reason. That doesn't want to do it. Okay, that's the reason why, probably. Excellent. We'll see how that copes. And lastly, I just need to put something here, I think, so we can get into the university area. You know, I'm quite happy with that one as well. Getting them off and on both sides of the highway. Let's see how it copes in real life traffic. So again, just fix the lane math. Just get that to be a 2-lane. Perfect. Quite happy with that. Let's just make this 3-lane extend a little bit just to give peeps more of a chance to merge back into the 2-lane highway. Nice one. That should do us for now, I think. So we're getting close to the end of this episode now. I've been going for ages. Probably going to do a lot of edits in the edit suite. So, but I think overall, yeah, I mean, it's not the prettiest, is it? Let's face it. But let's hope it's functional. That one looks okay, actually. Quite like that one. Quite like doing things which are, not standard. Nope, that needs fixing. So let's go. And this is why you need the road builder tool to give you these functionalities, because in vanilla, it's a little janky. That looks okay. And I really like this one, to be fair. We'll definitely be ready to switch it on soon, I think. I think that's going to give good service to this area. And hopefully won't get too snarled up. This one I'm a bit worried about. Might get a bit... It's a low traffic one, that, to be fair, using the roundabouts and stuff like that. So we might have to come up with plan C on this one. Not 100% sure. Let's kick it off anyway and see what it looks like. Well, people are using it. That's one thing. We'll have to keep an eye on it just to see how it sort of copes. But yeah, it's working anyway, as intended. Whether it's useful, only time will tell. What about this one? Oh, that one's definitely being utilised. Look at all that. Oh, yeah. Good flow on that right now. Very good flow, actually. Might get a little bit of congestion here, though. Again, we'll have to have a look at that at some point. Cut through looks like it's doing all right. And, ooh, bit of a queue here. That looks very good, but there's a hell of a lot of traffic trying to get in. Let's give it a little sort of extend that 3-lane out a bit just to see if that helps out at all. But yeah, I think we're getting close to the end. I think what I'll do, we'll catch up on the next episode. But I think that'll be it for now. So yeah, that's it, folks. We'll catch up on the next episode. We're definitely on the way to 50. So I think we're doing good. Schools are struggling a bit because we've got a lot of people, but we're all right overall. All the stats seem okay. We've got loads of money. Public transport, well, we got a lot of work to do on that yet, I think. But I think we're definitely on our way. So anyway, large city. What a way to finish. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you all next time. Bye all.